Wakey, wakey. Have a nice nap. Don't worry, the grogginess will subside. I wish to thank you for volunteering. Finding reliable test subjects is so incredibly challenging. Don't struggle. You'll find that you are quite firmly restrained. Please, please don't hurt yourself. That part comes later. Please refrain from screaming as well. We're quite isolated. No one will hear you from where we are. I cannot work under these conditions. I didn't want to do this, but you leave me no choice. I apologize for any unpleasant taste from the gag. I used it on so many subjects. Yes, you are my test subject. Consider yourself honored. You shall be a key component in my scientific research. Well, my area of study is human adaptation. Nature takes far too long, you see. I believe it is my place to give it a little push forward. What do I mean? Observe. Behold, the results of my last test subjects. Hundreds of hours of work in an attempt to explain human evolution. Please pay attention. I loathe repeating myself. You are familiar with artificial limbs, yes? A person may have been in a terrible accident and caused irreversible damage to their arm. The arm is then amputated. Afterwards, that arm may be replaced with an artificial appendage of some kind. Currently, there is research being done in having lost limbs replaced with robotics. But I say, why stop there? Cloning lost limbs is one possibility. However, I don't believe we as a species are ready for that yet. No, my research involves something a little more practical. This, while crude, is a working prototype for what I like to call the Buster Arm. What is it? I'll show you. Too much kick, not enough plasma output. But you, I am going to have fun with you. I knew I had a rib spreader in here somewhere. Ooh, there's that electric hacksaw I've been looking for. Oh, for crying out loud, what? Slow down. What? Am I going to kill you? I suppose, technically, yes. I will keep you alive for as long as I can. But eventually, you will become malnourished, dehydrated, and most likely bleed to death, so I suppose, yes, I am going to kill you eventually. Please, I recommend not crying. You will dehydrate yourself faster. Oh, I take offense to that. I do not enjoy this. This is work, not recreation. You may make as many requests as you like. Eventually, one of them will be your last. May I offer you some advice? Please, just cooperate. You've not long for this world. It is up to you how unpleasant it may be. I can make it quick and painful, or prolonged and excruciating. It is your choice. Now, let's put this back on. Now, let me get a good look at you. So many possibilities. Perhaps I should replace one of your arms with a chainsaw. Oh, yes, it's quite possible. It's a toilsome process, but I would have to fuse the nerve endings in your forearm to the electrical components of the chainsaw. The idea being that you will be able to start the motor and cut at will. That's one possibility. What else could I improve on? The problem with the human foot is how vulnerable it is to several terrains. Something as simple as stepping on a pebble can affect a person's ability to walk. Then, of course, there are those accursed Legos. So, we must eliminate the fragility of our pedal appendages and replace them with an all-terrain alternative. At the top of your shins, just below the kneecaps, I will surgically remove any tissue and implant your tibia and fibula to support you. These miniature dink treads. Brilliant, I know. You know, it occurs to me that I have very little to document these procedures with. Perhaps I shall install a camera into your head. Yes, there are several cameras that are quite minute, impressively so. However, all I have is this large security camera from the 1980s. So needless to say, I may have to remove large portions of your brain. Oh, that's right. You did have a smartphone with you when I captured when you volunteered. Where did I put it? I suppose I could call it. What's your number? I'm sorry, I can't understand you. You sound like you have a gag in your mouth. I have fun. A smartphone is a highly traceable device. I destroyed it at the first opportunity. But you know, we must think about long-range offensive maneuvers. A chainsaw is all well and good, but it does you no favors if the target is 300 yards away. Perhaps the blade could be a projectile. Better take note of that. Let's take a look in the armory, shall we? We have a Colt single-action army. Only 6 bullets. I'll constantly be reloading. This pump-action shotgun is only effective for a severely limited range. Plus, it would just look silly. Can you imagine? Someone with a chainsaw for one arm, a camera for a head, and tank treads for legs, and a shotgun for an arm? Ridiculous. I suppose I could use the Buster arm, but with those treads, you'd be sliding backwards with every shot. Yes. Perfect. An M2 Browning .50 caliber machine gun. The extending belt feet could be stored into your abdomen, and with its effective firing range of 1,800 meters, you would truly be a force to be reckoned with. Yes. I'm quite liking this. Well, I leave it up to you, my friend. What shall we attempt first? Finally. Under the arm had so many nerve endings. Well, I did, I suppose. How does it feel? Is it too heavy? I redesigned the casing so it would be more compact and mobile. And of course, more deadly. Can you feel it attached to your nervous system? I'm sure your arm does feel like it's on fire. Now, try to turn on the saw. You can do it. Yes. Oh, unbelievable. Yes, I did it. What are you doing? Stop. Oh, it tickles. Did you really think I would attach a functioning chainsaw to you while you're still reasonably coherent? Of course, I assumed you would try and turn that saw on me. I was hoping you wouldn't, but I now know that I see my experiment works. I have no further use for you. Oh, I should have laid a tarp down first.